good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. It's the weekend. It is Saturday morning. Hope you've had a good week. If you still have a few things to wrap up before the week is done, I hope you get that done and you have a bit of rest and have a bit of fun before the next week starts. Honey, a very good morning. It's so good to see you. Danae, good morning. Happy Saturday. Awesome seeing you all here. Our teacher for this week is Adyashanti. So I've got some really beautiful thoughts from Adyashanti to share with you this morning. And for that reason, we are breaking from the Saturday tradition. We're not doing come to your senses meditation today because there was some specific thoughts from Adyashanti that I didn't want to pass us by. So today's meditation is called You Are Limitless. That is where we're going today. Sunmari, good morning. Anne-Marie, good morning. Leshna, good morning. Awesome seeing you all here. Hello. Happy Saturday. Imagine a vast ocean. Its depths teeming with life, its surface reflecting the infinite expanse of the sky. Hey, Anthony. A very good morning to you. This is the true essence of who you are. Limitless potential waiting to be explored. Yet, we often get caught in the shallows, trapped by the fleeting thoughts that ripple across the surface. Adyashanti says, as soon as you believe that a label you've put on yourself is true, you've limited something that is literally limitless. You have limited who you are into nothing but a thought. I think it's worth reading that quote again. Maggie, good morning. Happy Saturday to you. Antoinette, good morning. Happy Saturday. So I'm repeating this thought by Adyashanti. He says, as soon as you believe about that, I have no idea what happened. But my phone suddenly decided to pause this stream. It looks like we can continue though. Anami, good morning. It's good to see you. Grania, good morning. Happy Saturday. I don't think we even lost anyone. So let me try this again. I'll read this thought from Adyashanti one more time. As soon as you believe that a label you've put on yourself is true, you've limited something that is literally limitless. You've limited who you are into nothing but a thought. We do place labels on ourselves, sometimes consciously and more often unconsciously. A little voice inside of us saying, you are this, you are that, you always do this, you never do that. All of these are mere thoughts, the product of a brain doing what a brain does. It doesn't help us judging ourselves for having these thoughts though, but rather they point to wounded parts of ourselves that we can work with. Understand that the thoughts that your brain comes up with are not who you are, but if you believe them to be true, you will be imprisoned for the rest of your life in a cage that is nothing more than thought, an illusion. Hey Charlene, good morning, happy Saturday. One more thought from Adyashanti. He says, somewhere inside, I always knew that everything was one, that I was eternal, unborn, undying, and uncreated. I understood that my essential nature was not limited by or confined to my personality structure or the body I seemed to be inhabiting. There had been a dissolving, in a somewhat radical way, of the world as I had known it and the self that I had known myself to be. You are a vast being, an ocean of potential, and your thoughts are merely ripples on the surface. Today's meditation is a powerful reminder of this limitless nature. It invites you to explore the depths of your being and rediscover the incredible possibilities that lie within you. So as we close our eyes and get into today's meditation, I'm going to ask you to use your imagination to pick yourself a flower. Now, I've had word of this meditation before you did, so I've already done the job of picking myself a flower. But it works equally well when you do it in your mind. And if you haven't done this meditation with us before, we're going to take our time to explore this flower. So if you're ready, you can close your eyes. We are going to float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. As you breathe in, fill up your belly with air. And also raise yourself up. As you inhale, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. As you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. While you continue your own full body breathing, rising with every inhale and falling with every exhale. I want to invite you to take a stroll through a beautiful garden. This might be right outside your front door. Are there any beautiful flowers growing there? This might be your favorite garden that you've ever visited. Or it might be something completely imaginary. Take this moment to stroll through this garden and find one of your favorite flowers. Pick it, and for the moment, we'll pay attention to it just now. For the moment, stick it in your hair, behind your ear. Take a seat in this garden. while you continue your full body breathing. If you were to drop your hands to the ground next to you in this garden, what would you feel under your palms? What would you feel between your fingers? And in this garden, as you take a deep inhale, what do you smell? And in this garden, what does the breeze feel like on your skin? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch and adjust and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, and also forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. You can lean your upper body over to the left. And also you can lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or just any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much as we are able to, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, I want to remind you of the flower we picked in your beautiful garden. You can take a hold of it. Hold it by the green stem between your fingers. Take your next big breath. We look at things that Mother Nature produces, and we very easily exclaim perfection. Let's take the journey of exploring this flower you've picked. Holding it by the green stem, take a good look at what this green stem looks like. And there's quite a bit of variation in flowers. Some stems are dense and woody. Some stems are hollow and perhaps hairy. What does the stem of this flower look like? The one that you've picked. Take your next big breath. Now follow the green stem up towards the base of the flower. And here is something that looks like pure perfection. The green stem kind of morphs into a collection of little green, could we call them petals? A little bowl of green fingers holding the base of the flower together. Take a good look at that, how the stem changes its form to become these two little cupped hands around the base of the flower. Isn't that pure perfection? Take your next big breath. Then from this little green bucket, we see the underside of the petals emerge. Pay particular attention to the difference between the underside and the front side of the petals. The underside have a different texture. So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, pay particular attention to the texture on the underside of the petals. Take your next big breath. Turn the flower over and look at it from the top. And now specifically trace the outside of the petals, the outer edge of the petals. Some flowers have a specifically perfect geometric pattern in which the petals are arranged. What does this flower look like you're holding? Take a good look at the perfection in the arrangement of the petals. Take your next big breath. And then take a good look at the front-facing face of the petals. Notice that the front part of the petals have a distinctly different texture than the back side of the petals. And some flowers have petals with a uniform color, and others have petals in which we can see a change of shade in color. What does this flower look like that you're holding? Take a good look, study the front part of the petals. Take your next big breath. then draw your attention to the middle of the flower. And there could be many different ways that the middle of the flower look. It could be a spongy yellow or a spongy green. It could be shaped like a trumpet descending into the depths of the flower. Study the flower you're holding. What does the center look like where everything comes together? And isn't it just perfect? Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together. Slipping out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every fiber of your being. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. We do this fairly easily for the things that Mother Nature produces. We look at a flower, and it's so easy to have appreciation. It is so easy to exclaim perfection. But if we want to look at this flower with a more critical eye, and notice that we tend to not want to. We don't want to look at the flower with a critical eye. But if we do, we'll find the imperfections. We'll find the areas where the cell division didn't happen perfectly. And there's a bit of a deformation here and there. And even when we do find those spots on such a beautiful flower, we almost always say, Well, it is perfect in its imperfection. This is exactly how it is supposed to be. While we tend to not want to look at the flower with a critical eye, we tend to not extend that courtesy to ourselves. We forget we are also something that Mother Nature produced. But we tend to want to look at ourselves differently. Get stuck in the flaws we see. Look through a critical eye more often than not. Normally, mostly, I don't find comparison a useful exercise, but this is one of those moments where I think a little bit of comparison might be helpful. Take a look at this beautiful flower, the one that you exclaimed were perfect. And realize that for this flower, perfect as it is, this one expression is all it has. That is it. It is done. One expression, nothing more. I don't think that's judgment on the flower. I think it is perfect the way it needs to be. But do understand, beautiful human, that your ability to express yourself is limitless. The ways in which you already have created outshine the ability of this beautiful flower. The ways in which you can create that you still have not even discovered yet are numerous. If you are able to look at a flower and have appreciation for its perfection, you should be able to look at you next to this flower and be even more in awe of the human that you are. I want to read to you one more time Adyashanti's thought on this. He says, as soon as you believe that a label you've put on yourself is true, then you have limited something that is literally limitless. You have limited yourself into nothing but a thought. Understand that the thoughts that your brain comes up with are not who you are, but if you believe them to be true, you will be imprisoned for the rest of your life in a cage that is nothing more than thoughts, a mere illusion. You, beautiful human, are limitless. Try it out. Try look at yourself through the same lens that you just used to look at a flower. And I'm sure you'll find appreciation for the amazing being that Mother Nature created. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this moment to see myself with perhaps a little bit more context. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the reminder that just as easily as I see a beautiful flower and I think nature created this, thanks for the reminder that I really should look at myself the same way too. Mother Nature created this. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for having developed a deep appreciation for imperfection. Even as much as seeking it out in every flower. And really having appreciation for the difference, the personal difference, the individual difference that imperfection brings. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. And I do hope that you can look at yourself and see the same beauty that you would recognize in a flower. And look at the humans around you and really experience them to be as uniquely beautiful and perfect as you would with anything else Mother Nature produces. Hey Pepe, good evening to you. It's good to see you. Catherine, thank you so much for joining us. Have an awesome weekend. Hey Stefan, happy Saturday, man. Hope you had a great week and that your weekend is awesome. Thank you, somebody. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Grania. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Danae. Thank you, Anne-Marie. I'm trying to remember who else is in the background. Thank you, Charlene. Have a beautiful day. Have a great weekend. Make sure you have enough rest and make sure you have enough fun. See you again soon. Ciao, ciao.